go down, pull up, pull up. It's about to go down.
I killed for this love, for whatever it was. I'm really trying to feel you. I'm really trying to feel you. You always get stuck in your feelings, life. What in the fuck am I feeling? I'm willing, been real with you all the time. Man, the fake inside you was killing me. I can't breathe, I'm suffocating. Can't leave, but it's hard to choose. Barely ate, so I can barely move. Dehydrated, the shot of you. Pour into me, boy, you been to me. Make it present out of memory and out of used to be. Cause I was used to you like you was used to me. But you confusing me, so why you using me? Stomping on my heart out. Really play my part. You like to play with hearts with the restricted parts I don't know about you. So where to start? Where can I start? Cupid, you stupid. With all them doors and scars left them on. Gave the best I got and I ain't got nothing left. Or torn apart. I killed for this love. Whatever it was. I'm really trying to feel you. I'm really trying to feel you. I kill for this love, for whatever it was. I'm really trying to feel you. I'm really trying to feel you. Stuck in my head. Fuck. Yeah. Don't you love me, nigga? Fuck you been at?
Tell me more.
Why you smelling like that? Why you looking like that?
We about to set it off.
Acting like that. Tears in my eyes while I'm leaving. It's so much history. This shit tried to get to me, twisted me. It's over officially, but the truth still a mystery. Like you a real bitch to me, and the kids that got caught up in the crossfire, and we both love them. Put nothing above them but the lines that don't hug them. With the sea that scorch a hot like an oven. Where the accident? Call your Uber, where the debit at? Say you love me, it's all caps, so alphabetical. Us and it's so prophetical. Ricky hit the knives in the kitchen all the time. She was missing, popping up at 6 in the morning, like.
Brooklyn, up top of
You giving me chills, cold shivers, what I'm feeling.
Brooklyn, up top of
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, Steve.
You giving me chills, cold shivers, what I'm feeling is real and it's no nigga.
Let's bring that back real quick. Though. Hopefully everybody had a blessed day. If you didn't have a blessed day, you know where we're going. Let's bring that back. Hello to Jessica Andrew. Appreciate you being in the building. Appreciate you being in attendance. Hopefully you had a blessed day. Hopefully all was well. If not, hopefully this conversation can make your day better. But without further ado, we're going to get right into it. As I said, hopefully everybody had a blessed day. Hopefully everybody enjoyed their day. If you didn't, hopefully this conversation that we're going to have, make your day better than what it was. We're going to have a couple of things that we're going to be discussing this evening, just based on the title. Forgive to live is number one. Forgive to live. Yesterday we was talking about how we could become prisoners of our thoughts, our feelings, and our emotions. So when we forgive to live, pretty much it just releases us from the burden. It releases us from carrying unnecessary weight. Because when we let that go, when we let that go, we're able to live life more fuller. It's no need for greed. I understand a lot of people out here is chasing fame, chasing acclaim, want to have all of the money in the world. That's okay, It's okay to have goals. It's okay to be ambitious. It's okay to accumulate a lot of wealth. But just keep in mind that you can't take none of it with you when you're dead and gone, So seek to be mindful of that, because a lot of times when we have an extra accumulation of things, or we have a whole lot more than others, sometimes the attitude, the temperament, and the disposition, of certain people is just not the greatest. So we want to be mindful that humility is the key. And a blessing is better than a curse on any given day. Shout out to Tom. Appreciate you being in the building. Hopefully your day was well. Hopefully you had a blessed day. Appreciate you tapping in. We just getting started. I think I'm going to have to take off this sweater because I'm a little hot already. So thank you for everybody who's in the building thus far. Thank you for everybody that's going to be in the building. Let me just give you some effects just for a couple of seconds so that I could take this sweater off, and I'll be right back with y'all.
Brooklyn, up top of
Clear, gone. Okay, so as I was saying, those are the things that we're going to be speaking about this evening. Anybody that's in the building, feel free to leave a comment. Feel free to enjoy the conversation. Today I dropped 2 additional videos. I dropped a short earlier this morning, as well as I dropped a video this afternoon. Yes, Miss Shirlene is in the building. Miss Shirlene is in the building. Thanks for having you here. Hopefully you had a good day. And here we go. So before we even get into the topic, into the discussion, let's talk about and let's speak about what Miss Shirlene just added to the chat. I'm going to share it with y'all and we're going to discuss it because every topic is important. And a lot of times y'all know that we may have a specific direction in mind, but we go with the flow of the people because this is the people's channel. Shout out to Wavy Tyrone for being in the building. Hopefully you had a great day today. Thank you for checking in. I know you're about to start school in a couple of days, but we appreciate your presence. So let's dive right in. This is going up this evening. I can feel it. So Miss Shirlene said, my brother turned into a federal informant and told on my husband, who is in federal prison for 10 years. I had to forgive my brother. It was eating me alive, literally. Forgiveness is very important. Can we put some heart emojis in the comments for Charlene, because that's a very difficult thing to live with. It's very, very difficult to live with. I myself never experienced, nothing like it. It's something, that I've heard about being done. But when you're an individual and you have to choose between two people that you love, it's very, very difficult. So please, if we can, let's put some heart emojis in the comment section for Miss Charlene while we address this topic. Thank you, Ruach, Uriah, Yohua. Hopefully I pronounced the name right. If I didn't, I'll just stick to Uriah. Appreciate the hearts. And Charlene, thank you for sharing that. Thank you for sharing that with us. Thank you for sharing that with us. Very, very heartfelt. And I may not be able to give you all of the answers that you may want or that you may need. You may or may not even be looking for answers. But when you're in this chat and when you're part of this community, what's important to you is important to us, and everybody matters. Again, we speak about God in this chat. There's going to be sometimes scriptures that's going to be read. And it doesn't matter what denomination that you are or whether you're non-denomination, you're still welcome here. So let's address this real quick. Okay, so now this is one of the dangers. Of living the street life, right? And living the street life, it comes with a lot of consequences. For one. For two, it can turn family against family. Sometimes family get violent with and towards each other. Sometimes we have situations that Charlene just shared with us, where family turn on each other and try to save themselves once they get behind those bars, because they realize like they may have signed up for the glam, glitter, and gold that hustling, may have provided them. But they didn't sign up to spend their time in a cage. And when they talking about, they offering you a whole lot of time and they just want you to give somebody up, a lot of people fall under that pressure. Thank you, Uriah. Appreciate that. A lot of people fall under that pressure. And I just want y'all to know that pressure is always been there. It's just individuals, while they out there living that life in the street life, they don't understand what it is that they're going to face until they actually face the fire, And so this is a very unfortunate circumstance. Let me just read what Charlene said before I go on. Yesterday, when you spoke of God will put you in a situation that you have no choice to come to God, and that situation was what brought me to God. Right. And a lot of times that's what's going to happen. God is going to put you in situations where he is your only recourse. He is the only option for you. This is not trying to spread the gospel. This is not trying to spread the belief system. This is what's in the word. And I feel that sometimes it's necessary to give people from the word, because if we look at our grandparents, our great-grandparents, our ancestors, no matter what your race, nationality, color, or creed, at one point in time, God was a part of the conversation. I live in the United States. That's where I currently reside. And even when you look at the United States Constitution, God is in that Declaration of Independence. God is mentioned, in the preamble. So God was definitely a major part of the foundation and the formulation of the United States. Somewhere, some way, somehow, people went away from that. It is what it is. Everybody else having fun out there, being on demon time, being on devilish time. So we're going to have fun being on God time, because God time is about peace. It's about prosperity. It's about love. It's about blessings. It's about being there one for another. And this is what we do. So sorry, not sorry for those that, may not want to hear the word of God. And so what Charlene just said is, yesterday we had a conversation and we were speaking about God, and she's sharing how that conversation is what brought her, that conversation is, what allowed her to open up, so that she could share her experience and how she came to find God. Now, the situation at hand, and I mean, I could just imagine, it's like, okay, so her husband was in federal prison doing time, and her brother, these is two of the closest people to her brother and her husband, both doing time in prison, and the brother turned federal informant against her husband. That has to be one of the most difficult situations that I would say anybody would feel comfortable being in. And let me explain to you why, right? This is the dynamics. Let me explain to you why. Because now her husband's family is going to feel a way towards her, more than likely, whether they express it or not, because her brother is the informant against their relative. So she have to deal with that. Then on the other side, which is her family side, they may want to be understanding of what the brother did because they want him home, or they want him to get out of prison sooner, or with the least amount of time possible. So it literally puts Charlene in a predicament where, what side do she choose? And can she even choose a side? You have to choose between understanding where your brother came from, as well as seeking to understand the feelings of your husband, the one who she married, the one who she decided to make a life with. Then she have to decide, do she still be in communication with the both of them? Or do she choose one or the other? It can change the dynamics of the relationship with her husband, because her husband could feel a way towards her because her brother is the one that got him in jail. So she may have to deal with some of that friction. Then on the other token, her brother may still need her in his corner, because now once you're labeled a snitch, a rat, or an informant in prison, you have a difficult stay. You have some things that you're going to experience while you're in prison. So all in all, at the end of the day, that's what the street life breeds, right? That's what things like greed breeds. People that instead of dealing with the cards that they dealt, instead of utilizing the capabilities and abilities that they are blessed with to go get them a job, to go find them a legitimate hustle, greed is something that causes a lot of people to go in that direction and choose the street life. And the streets is undefeated. The streets is undefeated, and we find that a lot of the music that we listen to, a lot of the mindsets that we adopt, a lot of the personalities that we take on, these are things that we adopt, which come out of the streets, and we start to live according to that, even though we may be legitimate, hardworking people, living that double life, living that double standard. And this is where the confusion come in. It's been too long that the streets, and that certain mindsets, certain mentalities, certain levels of ignorance, are controlling the narrative, are controlling the way in which we think and you know what we feel. Now, everybody don't have those same similar circumstances, but I'm pretty sure you understand what greed is. You know, I know you understand what it means for give to live, right? And Charlene, I just want to say to you, thank you for sharing that. I apologize for your experience. I don't know how you deal with it. I don't know how you cope with it, but what I do know is that God is the answer. That God is the answer, and God taught them just through that experience, you know, how deep it could get. How deep it could get. It's a very, very unfortunate situation. But I'm going to just say, Charlene, continue, you know, to put God first so that you could continue to find peace. Your husband is your husband. And if he's, you know, if he's the individual that you want to continue to be with, you know, God will help you find a way. If based on, you know, the situation, the circumstances in the scenario, you learn some things, and you may have learned that it's better to, you know, deal with people who live a more legitimate life, so you don't have to be put in a situation where you're going to be torn. You know, that may be an alternative. In terms of your brother, I would never tell you, you know, not to be a part of your brother's life, or not to, you know, still love your brother. I mean, your brother is definitely somebody that, you know, deserves forgiveness. He just got in a situation that was over his head, and, you know, he have to deal with the consequences of his actions. So may all of you find peace in that particular situation. And thank you for sharing. God bless you. May God continue to bless you. Charlene said, I chose God's side because he is the same today as yesterday and forever. Hebrew 13:18. And that's an actual fact. God is one person that will never change on you. God will never change on you. God will never put you in a predicament, you know, where you have to choose between people that you love. God is always going to be on the side of what's right and the hand of what's right. And I'm glad that you have that mindset. And hopefully going forward, yesterday you spoke about the fact that you have finally got your CDL. And I know that's a very lucrative business. So hopefully that's working out for you. And hopefully, you know, after it's all said and done, you could continue the process of rebuilding your life and just gain a deeper understanding from that. Thank you for sharing that, because that's something that a lot of people have to hear. You know, people like to listen to the music, the street music. People want to be so much a part of that culture and what's going on in that environment, but they don't realize all of the implications, you know? And even the ones that have made music and they're no longer in the streets and they're telling you about some of the things that they experience, or they just painting pictures and telling you stories through their music. You know, it just gives you an idea that there's nothing nice about, you know, that lifestyle. But people enjoy the music so much. And I mean, they find it as a way to feed themselves, so I don't knock them. So once again, Charlene, thank you for sharing that with us. Thank you for sharing your testimony. Thank you for choosing God, because as you say, it's one of the best possible choices to make. And hopefully, you know, your testimony be a reflection, or it give other people insight into that life, into some of the things that you could face dealing with the street, into, you know, some of the choices that you have to make as a person dealing with, you know, people that's in the street, and some of the things that they go through and they experience choosing that lifestyle, and some of the difficult positions that they put their families in, just based on their choices. So, you know, thank you. We appreciate you. Very, very strong testimony, and I'm going to continue to lift you up in prayer in the hopes that God keep his hand on your life and continue to show you the way, continue to guide and direct you. So yes, and forgiveness is sometimes the only way that we can go forward. You know, because when you hold an animosity on your chest. So when you holding bad feelings or ill will, in regards to somebody, even if it's somebody that wronged you, that did you harm, or somebody that you just don't like or want to deal with in general, it could suck the life force out of you. It could be a very, very heavy weight. It could be a very, very heavy burden. And a lot of times it just really be misunderstandings. It don't really be nothing too serious. The reason why I say it don't be nothing too serious and it be misunderstandings is because signals is crossed. You see things one way, somebody else see things different. You feel one way, somebody else feel, a different way. You choose to do things one way, somebody else choose to do things a different way. And it just so happens that based on whatever you think you feel or how you would handle things, it don't always coincide with the way in which other people do things or how they choose to express or how they choose to go about handling just anything in general. And we hold that against people because we don't realize a lot of times people only do what their level of maturity and with their level of understanding about life. People only do based on the intelligence of their mind. A lot of people make a lot of wrong decisions in life just simply because, their mind is so corrupted, their mind is so polluted, their thoughts are so devilish. They have jealous hearts, they have envious hearts, they have hearts that want to harm other people, and or sometimes they don't even realize the effect that their actions have on other people because they're those kind of people that say, well, this is me. This is the way that I am. This is how I was brought up. This is what I was taught. And they think that's okay. And it's not okay. And some people is willing to take that to their grave. Some people is willing to be wrong and strong and take that to their grave because they just feel like they don't want to change or they don't need to change. And based on their actions and based on the way in which they feel, they're going to be dealt with accordingly. They're going to deal with karma. They're going to be dealt with. They're going to have a rough ride in life. But you don't have to allow that to be part of your battle where you suffer consequences because of the fact that you have a cold heart, you have a hard heart, and you holding something against somebody else. Listen, man, pray and put that in God's hand and leave it like that. Just because you forgive somebody, that don't necessarily mean that you have to deal with them again, right? It doesn't mean you have to deal with them again. It doesn't mean your relationship have to be the same, but let go for the sake of yourself so that, certain evils and certain negatives don't consume you. That's why it's important because sometimes holding on to things can make you feel choked up and suffocated, It can make you feel like you dying inside. And you want to release that so you could be able to live. Wavy Tyrone said, never understood why some people try to act gangster even though they have life good. Street life is tough and unforgiving. It's tiring mentally and physically. Yes, Wavy Tyrone, that's an actual fact. You 100% spot on the money. And the reason why some people who come from good backgrounds or who don't have to choose the streets, go to the streets, is because they get bored. They get bored with how good their life is. And from the outside looking in, the streets seem to be where all the action is going on, where all the entertainment is going on. It seems to be the place where people are having a good time. People are, people get fed up and tired of being called nerds, having people pick on them because they're not quote unquote tough. So they have a chip on their shoulder and they feel they have something to prove and they dive headfirst in the streets and they wind up losing it all, And a lot of us feel like, man, we don't got no choice. It's like life is rough and tough and unforgiving already, this is going to be an opportunity where at least we're able to make life a little bit better to extents. So why not? And that's why so much drinking be going on in that culture and that reality. That's why so much drugs be going on. You know, that's why so much smoking and drinking and pill popping and all of that stuff be going on. Because people know that they're affected by the life that they're living. So they try to drown it out. They try to numb themselves to the pain so they don't have to deal with it. And that's why the first thing they do in the morning when they wake up is they take a pull of that Zah and put it in the air. Like, here we go. Another day of this. You know, so I agree with you. It's definitely a very tough life. And the ones who out there who talk about it and, you know, who be acting like, you know, the streets is all it is cracked up to be. I mean, you know, some people feel they have to, you know, keep up that image because you got a lot of sharks out there, you know, and you don't want to expose yourself for who you really are. You know, you don't want to tell nobody that, man, you got second thoughts. You know, you want to live a different life because then you could become prey to the wolves. Once you get into that business, it's hard to walk away scot-free. It definitely is. It's hard to walk away scot-free. And sometimes the only way to walk away is in a penitentiary, or you carry by 6 and they walking you to your final resting place. Sometimes that's the only way some people get out of that life, because that life it's addictive. It's an addictive lifestyle, you know? And the longer you live in that lifestyle, it starts to become so much a part of you that you can't tell that it's not good for you because you all in, you know? You committed crimes already. You done did certain things. You know certain things that other people done did. You in too deep, you know? You in too deep. And sometimes you ain't just going to be able to walk away. You create enemies, you know? You create enemies. So a lot of times you have to leave. You have to leave from where you from. Or you have to leave where, you know, you had all of those different experiences and that upbringing, and you was part of the crime. And you have to leave. You literally have to walk away and leave it all to save yourself. Because if you don't, the only way you're going to take a time out from that life is be it you in prison or in the cemetery. And that's an actual fact. Yes, it is, Wavy Tyrone, right. And Charlene, you could tell that, you know, she has some experiences with that life. And, you know, and that's one of the unfortunate things about us that grow up, you know, in inner city communities, in the urban environment, you know, so forth and so on, is that we either are a part of those things that are going on, or we know people that's a part of it. So either way you look at it, it's like we a part of it, you know, and it's tough, you know. There was a situation that just happened. There was a situation that just happened recently. I don't really want to. Yeah, I don't really want to get into that. But it just be a lot of things that be going on. So, you know, making good, smart, wise, and, you know, intelligent decisions is really the way to go. Tom said you push through a tough time and focus on what you can do with the cards you have been dealt. Proud of the way you came away from bitterness into acceptance and forgiveness. Very, very powerful, very, very powerful message from Tom. Well said, Tyrone, my brother. Yes. Hello from North Korea. We have clips in the building from North Korea. Thank you for joining the chat. You are very much welcome to experience some of the things that we're talking about. You may not, you know, have any personal first-hand knowledge or information about some of these things, but it gives you an idea of what goes on in the United States. And feel free to share anything that you want to share, and you could comment on anything that's going on in the chat. We appreciate having you. So thank you from North Korea. And that's Clips checking in from North Korea. Charlene said, I look at it that forgiveness is necessary because holding on to bitterness and anger, your heart eventually turns like the person who done you wrong. Exactly. 100% accurate. I gotta agree with you. Mr. X checking in said, streets is full of evil eyes. I agree with you 100%. The streets are full of evil eyes. I agree with you 100%. Even if somebody's nice, even if somebody's kind, even if somebody seems like a good individual, you don't know all that they're into. And again, the streets is such a dirty game. It's so cutthroat. It's so evil. It's so malicious. It's so vile. People turn against each other. People that were friends growing up, they become enemies. I experienced that myself growing up in the streets. So yes, Mr. X, I have to agree with you. KK Christian checking in. Hello, just checking in. I don't know if I'm going to be here tomorrow night, but let God bless everyone here and let them have a restful night. We thank you for that positive and encouraging message. And, just pull up whenever you can. And as the lives, go on, I usually, post them the next day. So in the event that you missed it, you can watch it throughout your day. I just got back into posting, shorter videos, as well as I started posting more shorts. So I dropped 2 of those videos earlier. So, during your day, you could check those out. Anybody in the chat could check those out as well. I'm going to be doing more of those. And I'm going to figure out more times during the day where I can go live. So in this way, I'm not keeping everybody up so late. But for my night riders, because I'm a night rider, I got on all black tonight because it's Friday. I'm out here with my night riders, but I still also want to be mindful of the fact of, people got jobs, people have kids they have to tend to, people have to get their rest, for whatever reason. But we still gonna be here turning up every night at 10 o'clock. Make it if you can make it. And, just stay tuned for those shorts. Stay tuned for those shorter videos. And I'm going to be picking more times to go live during the day. So any and every time you turn around or you look around, you're like, oh man, I can't wait to this 10 p.m. live. I wish the brother would have dropped the live early in the morning, so I could listen to on my way to work. Or, I wish he would have dropped a live or a video, something that's going to hold me over until I could get back in the building at 10 p.m. Miss Denise is in the building. Good evening, my sister. It's a pleasure to have you. Thank you for joining the chat. Everybody show some love to Miss Denise. Everybody show love to each other because this is what we're doing. If you didn't, you can hit the like button on the way in. Miss Sweet Like Honey stepped in. Hey, brother, I'm late. I was on the live stream. It was amazing, and we shared stories. Yes, you were. She said, I got to feed the baby. We'll be right back. You do your thing. We going to be here. We going to be here. Just put some heart emojis in the chat. Like, for everybody that's in the chat because it's Friday night. I'm pretty sure it's so many things that you could be doing. There's so many things that's going on, outside that you could be getting into. But you choose to be in the chat. You choose to be absorbing some information with us, having some good conversation. And I think that this is going to explode. Trust and believe. This is definitely going to explode the more that it catch on, because we are creating a platform where we're going to learn so much things. We're going to learn things about ourselves. We're going to learn things about other people. We have people checking in from different parts of the world. So we'll be able to communicate with them and find out some of the things that's going on where they're from, to kind of give us an open mind, and sharing one with another. It's no telling where it goes. It's no telling, what could develop from here. I don't know if anybody in the chat have a business or if anybody in the chat have or sell merchandise, if anybody in the business have anything that's important to them, feel free to share it. I'm willing to support you and highlight whatever it is that you have going on. No charge, is free of charge. I just want to be able to do my job in terms of helping people. So anybody that see this chat, again, if you into sales, if you into merchandise, if you have any merchandise, you want me to provide your merchant, you want me to, highlight your merchandise, talk about your merchandise, wear your merchandise. I'll give you the information as to where you can send that merchandise, and I'll check you out. I will most certainly check you out. As a matter of fact, I can give you the information now, and I can't actually put it in the chat, and I'll put it in the comment sometime later as well. But if you have any merchandise and you would like for me to highlight that merchandise, you would like for me to wear that merchandise to kind of get you some exposure, I don't have no problem doing so. I'll definitely send that information. Send me, hit me on Instagram, send me a DM on Instagram. My Instagram is definitely in the description, and we could go from there. Because we're going to uplift as well. We're not just going to have conversation and, experience a good feeling for the evening, experience some good vibes, some good talk, and, be able to fellowship with people. And then it's like, okay, it was fun, it was good. Where do we go from here? No. We definitely want to grow as individuals, and I want to help support anybody that have anything that they need support with. So, just know and just keep that in mind. So we first touched on forgive to live and the importance of that. If you didn't hit the like button, hit the like button. And now we're going to move into the no need for greed. The no need for greed segment. No need for greed. Why some people so greedy? Why some people feel like they need to have it all? They need to have most of it. They need to have majority of it. And everybody else is only entitled to crumbs, or should be happy and satisfied with crumbs. Why do people act like that? Why do people function like that? Why do people think that makes sense? Why do people think that's okay? It's not okay. Listen, greed is one of the major corruptors of any society. Greed. This is something that no matter where you live, no matter what country, no matter what background, greed is something that corrupt kings. And then they have a saying, right? It's a saying about power, because a lot of people who have greedy and selfish mentalities are people who want power. Some of these people who want power may have been powerless at one point or another, and now they got a whiff of power, and now they want to assert that on everybody else. Some people, become into a position of power, and they just like the control that they have. They just like the way that they can, control and can, manipulate and can have people do their bidding. And let me tell you something about power. So there's a saying that goes, power corrupts. Absolute power corrupts absolutely. What does that mean? What is he talking about? Why is he picking these words and these phrases? What is this man talking about? Well, power corrupts means that there's certain corruption that comes along with people having power. People willing to take bribes, people willing to sacrifice their dignity, people willing to sacrifice their pride, people are willing to just do all manner of things just to have and to be, in control. And a lot of it is corrupt. A lot of it is not right and exact. That's what corruption means. A lot of the things may or may not be ethical. So that's what corruption is. So when you have a little bit of power, you have you're a little bit corrupt. But when you have absolute power, meaning when you're the head honcho, you're the one that makes all of decisions, everything got to go through you, then that means that corruption is almost absolute. And do it apply to everybody? No. But this is why it's important. Certain people who are appointed to positions of power, they should have some value, some integrity, They should have some humility. They should have some understanding of not only who they are and what they're seeking to accomplish, but what needs to be accomplished for the people that they empower and control over. And right now here in the United States, we have the elections going on. We have Donald Trump, and he's squaring off against Kamala Harris, and it's been it's definitely been a sight to see. I'll say that. People throwing dirt back and forth, whether it's real or not, whether it's true or false. That's what they doing, seeking to drag each other, seeking to discredit each other, seeking to make themselves look and appear to be the better person. And that's just one of the examples that we experience. And it's, you may feel like, but I don't want to hear about that. I don't want to talk about that. What does that have to do with me? Well, in some households, some fathers are tyrants. Some fathers are absolutely controlling, Some fathers make their families feel like they're prisoners in their own house. Some kids don't like their parents because some kids don't like their fathers because their fathers is too controlling, their fathers is too demanding, Or on the opposite side of the spectrum, some kids don't like their mothers because of the same reason. Their mothers could be manipulative, their mothers could be narcissistic, and anything I say towards one, it definitely applies to hold true, for the other. So when, if we don't understand the dynamics of power, if we don't understand how power corrupts, then we won't be able to understand if we ourselves are in a position, are in a relationship, are in an environment, are in a job, are part of a family where some of these people act like this. Some of these people are so controlling. This is something that you need to know how to understand. You need to understand the dynamics of your household, Sadly, unfortunately, but true, some parents, they're just not the best of people. And as a result of that, you have a lot of kids that want to run away from home. You have a lot of kids that want to choose the streets. You have a lot of kids that make bad decisions. All because of the parents that they have. And me growing up, I was taught that an adult is adult. You don't question an adult. Adult is always right. You listen to what an adult say and you do what an adult tell you to do. And it's like, but okay, so my mother was a whole drug addict, right? My mother was a whole drug addict. Do you think that some of the things that she may have wanted me to do was right or was in my best interest? Uriah has a question. God is absolute power. Yes. Yes. God is absolute power. Yes. However, the differentiation, and let me say this first before I go into the differentiation, right? We exist in the flesh. Let's lay the foundation. We exist in the flesh. We are dealing with worldly things. The things that we can see with our eyes, the things we can hear with our ears, the things that we can, smell, touch, so forth and so on with our senses, right? So the way in which we see life, the way in which we as individuals see life that live in the flesh and that live here on earth is different than the way God, the Creator, sees things. So the absolute power of God is different in that God do not use the power that he has for evil. God uses absolute power for absolute good. Now, will God destroy something that's not right, a structure that's not sound, something that's not correct? Will God do that? Yes, he will. Yes, he will. Because sometimes that's necessary. You right, have another question. Whomever made up that saying might be wrong. Whoever made that saying might be wrong. Share with me a little more so that I can understand exactly where you're coming from. Because I don't want to guess and I don't want to assume where it is that you're coming from. I would like to understand exactly where you're coming from and what it is that you're saying so I can respond to that. And thank you for the dialogue, because different understandings, different viewpoints, different ways in which to see things, it only, strengthen all of our understanding and awareness, right? So yeah, right back to it. Some people see, how controlling their parents or one of their parents may have been when they were younger. And then now when they get older and they are in a relationship or they have friendships with people, then what they do is they exhibit some of those same traits and habits of being controlling. That's where it comes from. It's a learned behavior. A lot of things that we do, we learn them firstly from our household. And a lot of our experiences that we experience in the outside world, sometimes it's because we didn't agree with a lot of things that was going on in our household. Be it there was no money in the household, be it we didn't like the way, our parents were parenting, and we decided that we wanted to find out things on our own. So that's where a lot of things stem from, right? Okay, Uriah says absolute power is God, but if God doesn't corrupt, then the saying is just a saying, or they're either demeaning God or exposing a side of God. Excellent point. Excellent point. Wow. Thank you, Uriah. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. And before I answer you, right, I'm going to say this. And then I'm going to answer you. Thank you. I appreciate that. And what Uriah just did is something so profound. It's something so profound. And it's something that God wants us to do. Listen, God wants us to do this, right? In our everyday lives. What God wants us to do is not take things on face value. Not take things on face value. Seek to get an understanding. Whether I'm talking or anybody else talking, or no matter who you're dealing with, seek to gain an understanding, right? Because then you will make better and more well-informed choices in life. So now, to answer you, Uriah, I was just having a conversation with my peoples earlier, right? And it was based on something that I was listening to, because I was listening to one of my favorite I was listening to one of my favorite, preachers, pastors, you know, whatever you want to call him, Pastor Geno Jennings. I was listening to him today, and he was explaining some things. So then automatically in my mind, a song came to mind. The song that came to mind said, God didn't fail me yet. Let me say that again. Based on something that Pastor Geno Jennings was talking about, a song came to mind. And the song that came to mind said, God did not fail me yet. And once I heard that, I was like, once that light bulb went off in my head, I was like, wait, hold on. I said, whoever made that song is dead wrong. The reason why they dead wrong, whoever made that song, is because if you say God never failed me yet, then that means you're implying that it's possible for God to fail you, or that it's only a matter of time for God to fail you. Which is dead wrong, because there's certain words you shouldn't attach to God. It's certain meanings you shouldn't attach to God. It's certain conversations you shouldn't put God in. And that's what I take these words to mean. What it is that you just said, Uriah. We have to keep in mind that words were created by man. Words were created by man. And but absolute power in and of itself simply means you have all the power. You have all the power. Right? Now, in terms of absolute power corrupting and power corrupting and absolute power corrupting absolutely, those are excuse me, those are sayings that were adopted and incorporated by people who dealt with power. And specifically, I'm not going to say that it came from the book of Art of War. I'm not going to say exactly where it came from, that saying, absolute power. Well, let me Google it while we're right here. Let me Google it. So in this way, I can speak with knowledge. Because although I know the saying in terms of who coined the phrase, I don't remember offhand. So who coined the phrase power corrupts? Okay, so now Kafura Tekken, my apologies if I'm not Kapeta Tekken. My apologies if I'm not pronouncing the name correctly. Tekken Kapera or Kipera Tekken said, exposing the side of man's self. Exactly. Okay, so now this says, Lord Action writes to Bishop Creighton that the same moral standards should be applied to all men, political and religious leaders, including, especially since power tends to corrupt and absolute power corrupts absolutely. So this was a phrase that was coined in the year 1887 by Lord Acton. Okay? So that's where the saying came from. Okay? And a lot of times some of these phrases are coined by individuals, and we have to go to the source of it and see where it came from. So now in terms of God, we have to remember that God is a spirit, right? God is not a physical being. And to cause strife and to cause division between and amongst men here on earth is not the purpose of God. Now, it also says in the word of God that, God gave power to Satan to do his thing in the world, right? So, although God have power, God's absolute power, God says, okay, well, I'm going to give this individual power just simply to see what people are going to do in regards to these temptations or what they face dealing with the devil or dealing with sin. Then God also gave us power, the power to choose, right? The power to choose whether we're going to go left or whether we're going to go right. So God's absolute power is a little bit different. God's absolute power is different because God don't use the power that he has for evil. If that answers your question. Exposing the side of man's self. I saw up in the city, when boys went down. I don't know what are you talking about. So that's pretty much what we were speaking to in regards to the power that some people wield. See, a lot of our parents, a lot of our relatives, a lot of our employers, a lot of our friends, a lot of our associates, a lot of people who we come in contact with, they don't realize that for whatever reason, the power that they seek to yield or the power that they seek to play with to be it destroy or disrupt somebody else's life is that it doesn't make sense. And it's not necessary. We have, the thing about power is if you have the power and control over yourself as an individual, realize that power comes with a great level of responsibility. The reason why power comes with a great level of responsibility is because you have to take in mind, you have to take into consideration that whatever decisions that you make when you are holding power, they have the ability to affect other people. And that before you make certain decisions, you should seek to try to search your mind to see how the decisions you make can play out in regards to other people. Put your decisions on a scale. Say, okay, if I do this, this is gonna be the effect. So that's when you exercising cause and effect. Don't just be in a rush to make decisions just because you feel you can do so, just because you feel you've grown, just because you feel can't nobody tell you nothing, just because you feel you've been making the decisions all alone by yourself already. That doesn't mean that you know how to make good decisions. That doesn't mean that you know how to make sound decisions. So the greatest power that you can possess is the understanding of the effects of power and how to use power more so for good instead of evil. If you can do that, you're always going to be a great as well as an amazing individual, and your judgment is always going to be sound. If you put thought and effort into decisions that you make, because remember, being that you have the power, you can say, okay, this came up, I want to do this. You jump into that not really even thinking about it. So you utilize your power, which is your power of making decisions in regards to your own life. You utilize that power to just jump into doing something, and then jump into do something, it blew up in your face. It backfired. And now you're sitting there like, oh, wow, how did that happen? Why did that happen? Now you got to pull out the broom and try to clean that up. Now you got to try to fix it up. Sometimes you can't fix it. Sometimes you do the same things over and over and over and over and over and over and over again, and it gets to the point that it no longer works. It's no longer going to be accepted. It's no longer going to be allowed. Times have changed. People have changed. And if you're still the same person, then you're going to get stuck. And then that becomes a different kind of power struggle. Now when you're trying to make people accept your way of thinking, you're trying to make people accept the fact that this is the way that you are, and you don't want to change. It becomes that power struggle. Then it becomes you're at odds with people because they don't want to accept you for being who you are, because who you are is causing them issues, it's causing them discomfort, it's causing them to make them feel away. So for their peace of mind, they say, well, you know what? You could take your power and you could blow it out your tailpipe. So power, it puts us in a position where we start to think and feel that we can absolutely go about doing certain things or saying certain things irregardless to what effect it has on other people. And that's when whatever decisions that you made become the wrong decision. And it don't matter who you are. You can make the wrong decisions in life. You can run people away from you because of the kind of individual that you are. Same way you can bring people to you because of the kind of individual that you are. So sometimes exploring, things like power, in which Uriah was speaking about, and saying, or even imposing a question that if absolute power is God, but if God doesn't corrupt, then the saying is just a saying, or they're either demeaning God or exposing the side of God. God is the same now as he was yesterday, as he will be tomorrow, and never change. Man is the only one that changed, and that's just, I believe, a saying that doesn't apply to God, because that was a saying that man created, that man coined, And then there's places in the Bible where God speaks about his power, where God tells you how he utilizes his power, And we see in real life how God's power is used. That's how we're able to see how man used their power. So hopefully I was able to drive that point home in terms of the importance of just analyzing people, taking your time to get to know people, taking the time to understand your environment, right? Use your eyes and your ears to draw conclusions. And then you do what makes the most sense. And it just so happens that power is one of those things to where if certain people have power over you, it's not always and necessarily a good thing. It shouldn't be anybody's quest to have power or dominion over you in this world. But that's the way that this world is set up. That's the way in which this world is set up. And if you don't allow people to have certain power over you, then they would like to make your life difficult. They would like to make your life miserable. So what you want to do is you want to work towards putting yourself in a position to where certain people who have power over you or have power over certain things involving you and regarding you, you want to get to a point where you strip them of that power. And sometimes that may mean that some of our bosses, our employers who, they're not the nicest of people. But, we need them. We need to have that job, to secure that paycheck. So we tend to put up with it. And we go to jobs that we feel miserable. We go to jobs that we feel down. We go to jobs that we feel defeated. We go to jobs that we feel like, why am I even going here? Well, you can choose to put your time and effort into something that's going to put you in another place of employment where you'll actually have a better environment. Or you just may be rolling the dice and going into a worse environment. So that's where they have that saying, that is better. They say that it's better to deal with the evil that you know instead of rolling the dice to an evil that you don't know. That's one of those sayings as well. How true it holds, that's a subject for debate. But I do know that sometimes in life we have to make decisions, and sometimes this is why we rely on God's strength. This is why we rely on God's understanding. This is why we rely on the word of God so much. This is why people that are religious, they rely on their religious teacher, their religious teachings. This is why meditation is so popular, because you learn to center yourself, That's why meditation is so popular, That's why yoga is something that's popular. Learning those breathing exercises, doing those breathing exercises, doing those stretches to relieve stress from your body. That's why those things are important. That's why even the doctors say exercise is important, because exercise allows you to relieve stress from your body. That's one of the ways in which to do so. So these are, just a lot of the essentials that we can use in our day-to-day lives just to make our lives that much more peaceful, as well as it will help us differentiate between people, who's who, and decide what relationships are important, meaningful, and significant, and which ones aren't, And that's just the way that it is. That's why knowledge, understanding, and information is so important, because the more knowledge, understanding, and information that we have, it just increases our ability to be able to make well-informed decisions, well thought out decisions. Because if you make well thought out decisions initially in regards to anything that you deal with in life, then you don't have to go back and seek to change anything or try to correct things or try to fix anything else. And then lastly on our list of things that we're going to talk about today is a blessing is better than a curse. And with this one here has a lot to do with humility, right? Because sometimes we get certain things in life which are blessings, and because it may not have been exactly what we wanted or the amount that we wanted, we tend to curse the gift. Not realizing that we couldn't have gotten nothing, we probably wouldn't have gotten nothing. Or whatever it is that we received, we didn't have to receive it. Or how would life be if we didn't receive that in which we received? And when you get those blessings, it's don't squander it, you know? Don't squander it. Cherish it, because your blessing could have very well been a curse, you know? No matter how small, you know, sometimes some things be little gestures, you know, sometimes people do little gestures for you, you know, sometimes be it on our birthdays, be it, you know, on Christmas, if you're one to celebrate Christmas, you know, certain occasions, like if you accomplish certain things, sometimes we have an expectation of being rewarded, you know, or sometimes we feel that people should go all out for us because this is our special day, or this is a day that's so meaningful and significant to us. And if people don't go all out, then we feel kind of down, you know? We feel like people don't really love us. People don't really cherish us. People don't really appreciate us. And that's not the case, you know? That's not the case. Sometimes the blessing comes in the form of certain people just being in our lives. And whether they're able to do for us or whether they're not able to do for us, you know? Especially if those people make us feel good, especially if those people make us smile, especially if those people don't bring us war, they bring us peace. Sometimes that's the blessing. That's the blessing right there, you know? And so it's just being mindful that there is a word called humility. There is a word called humility. And humility just simply means being thankful, being gracious, having gratitude for certain things that happen and transpire in your life, certain people that are in your life, you know, certain things that happen and occur in your life. I know we all have our plans, we all have our goals, we all have, you know, certain things that we would like to accomplish in life, and we have certain and specific time frames that we want to accomplish it in. But there's no time better than God's timing, you know? Because, see, when God sends you in a direction, it's going to be a smooth road. God already then went down that road and made sure that everything was straight. So you're not going to have any issues when you go in that direction. You know, that's why it's important to trust in God. And that's why it's important to follow God's direction. I mean, I know a lot of people don't want to follow nobody's direction, but the fact remains is that we're going to follow somebody else's direction, and we're going to follow somebody else's lead one way or another. You're going to be a son of God and a daughter of God, or you're going to be a son or daughter of the devil, of the evils, you know? You're going to be a son of knowledge, or you're going to be a son of ignorance. You're going to be a son of peace, or you're going to be a son of war, you know? You're going to be one of happiness, or you're going to be one of misery. Something, you're going to follow something. You're going to either lead with your mind, with your intelligence. You're going to either lead with your heart. You're going to either lead with your emotions, or you're going to either lead with none of the sort, and you're going to continue to crash out. You're going to continue to experience, you know, banging your head up against a brick wall until you get a headache, until you arrive at a point where it's like, man, you know what? I no longer want to do this, you know? I no longer want to keep beating my head on the wall. Mr. Tom Hardy says, I have a book I would like to recommend, The Power of Awareness by Neville Goddard or Goddard. Let me write that down. I was looking for a recommendation for a new book. I love books, by the way. So thank you. I'll definitely take that down And I'm going to order that book. It's called The Power of Awareness by Neville Goddard. Tom, I will keep you posted, and I will definitely have that book in my possession shortly. So I'll keep you posted. I'm definitely going to order this book. I'll look it up and see what it's about, and I'm definitely gonna read it, because the power of awareness is something powerful. Excuse me if you find me coughing every once in a while. A little cold tried to come over me a couple of days ago and try to keep me off live. The same thing like today. It tried to keep me off live. And that's not going to happen. So. Okay. Innocent people suffer too. Yes, Uriah. You are 100% correct. Innocent people are sometimes, and more often not, the ones that hurt the most, because there's people that have power over them. Good people hurt more, experience more, and go through more than bad people and evil people. Because a lot of times good people don't have it in them to do certain things. And so they simply allow certain things to happen and certain things to transpire, And yeah, good people suffer. And so this is why this information is so important, because this information is geared towards innocent people and good people, to let them know. Empower yourself. Empower yourself with the ability to make right and sound decisions. Think about the decisions that you make. Think about the people you invite into your life. Ravi Singh says, hey bro, thank you for being in the chat. We appreciate you being here. Not sure if this is your first time or not. Your names look familiar. I'm not 100% sure. But welcome to the chat, and feel free to get involved. We're having a discussion. I am from India, bro. India is in the building. Shout out to India. Thank you for Mr. Singh being in the building. Love from here to United States to India. And given the fact that you're from India, and I'm pretty sure you know about this individual, Mahatma Gandhi, right? Mahatma Gandhi was able, Sidhu Moose Wala. Is that how you say his name in your language? Mr. Singh, Sidhu Moose Wala, is that how you say Mahatma Gandhi in your language, or you're speaking of a different individual? Because I know Mahatma Gandhi had changed his name before he died to another name. Okay, excellent. Thank you. Right. So, yes, I do know Mahatma Gandhi. And so Mahatma Gandhi, for people in the chat, and this just goes to show that from country to country, from person to person, there's always knowledge and information that can be exchanged. So that's another important thing about this platform and this chat. Hopefully, Mr. Singh, you'll be able to be in the chat again, and you can get an idea as to what we're discussing. But it's just so profound it's just so profound that you just popped into the chat when I was just having a conversation with Miss Uriah, who made a comment about innocent people suffering, right? And you chimed in and said you from India, and the first person I thought of was Mahatma Gandhi, right? Also known as Sidhu Moosewala. That was a name that he also went by as well. Now, Mahatma Gandhi did something called peaceful protests, right? It altered the entire political structure of India just by him sitting peacefully protesting. And so many people in the country joined in to these peaceful protests. And Mr. Singh, this is what's going to make you proud to be an Indian. So many people joined in to the peaceful protests that were going on in India. For anybody that's in the United States and heard of Martin Luther King Jr., and how at one time during the civil rights era, they used to have those sit-ins where they would go to certain establishments, and be it if stuff were poured on them, if they were hit with stuff, if stuff were thrown at them, if they were met with violence, they dealt with it with peace. Martin Luther King actually adopted that mindset from Mahatma Gandhi. So those peaceful protests that you saw Martin Luther King and some of the individuals who were part of the civil rights movement here in the United States during the 50s and the 60s and stuff like that, yes, Martin Luther King adopted that way of bringing information, that way of bringing attention to our cause here in the United States. He adopted that from Mahatma Gandhi. So Mahatma Gandhi is definitely a well-respected, well-renowned individual. And I believe Mahatma Gandhi won a Nobel Peace Prize for that. So yes, he's a legend. May he rest in peace. Yes, we say like that. Sidhu made a tune with Mist from UK. Sidhu Moose is a deceased rapper. Sidhu made a tune with... Oh, Sidhu is a rapper. Oh, I thought that was Mahatma Gandhi. Sorry I didn't read what was in the chat. He made a tune with Mist from the UK. Okay, so Sidhu Moose is a rapper. Thank you for correcting me, Uriah. My apologies. I thought he was talking about Mahatma Gandhi. But even for Tom in the UK to know about Sidhu, that's profound as well. How many chats that you guys get in that you have a conversation where you can realize that no matter where you are, no matter where you are, that when you speak to other people, you just find out that you have more in common with them than y'all have not in common. And that's why this is a beautiful place to be. Hit the like button if you didn't hit the like button for this beautiful chat space that we have here. Hit the like button for that. I would appreciate if you hit the like button if you didn't hit the like button. And welcome Mr. Singh. Welcome Mr. Singh to the chat. Gabriel, yo, I just Googled that name and he's talking about a rapper. Okay, thank you. I appreciate the correction. I was still talking. I didn't look at the chat. So my apologies for mixing that up. But Mahatma Gandhi is also from India, and his peaceful, the way in which he peacefully protested was something that was adopted by the late great Martin Luther King here in the United States. So India has had a profound impact on some things that transpired in the United States. So we are brethren. Time out. The Sidhu Moose was a Punjab rapper. R.I.P. Okay, I didn't know that. And I heard of Punjab rap. It was a Punjab rapper that had a song not too far back that was very popular. Hey bro, search a song of Sidhu Moose while I drippy. Okay, so that's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna search a song and then I'm going to play it so we all can get an understanding of who Sidhu Moose is. While I drippy. All right. Sidhu Moose. Voila. Okay. So let's hear. Oh, I don't even know if I'm able to play this on a live because that might be a copywritten song, but I see it right here. It says Drippy official video Sidhu Moose Wala MXRCI AR Paisley. Oh wow, 73 million views. Says 6 months ago. I'm gonna check that song out. Wait. Let me turn the volume down. Cause sometimes they be hitting you with a copyright strike if you play other people's music. Oh, and Sidhu Moose, he had 25 million. He had 25 million followers. That month was 6 months ago. We apologize for your loss. We apologize for y'all loss, Mr. Singh. Sorry about that. I'm gonna listen to the song. I just don't want to play it on the live because I may get a copyright strike. I play the music that I play, like when I open the videos, you know, that's my music. You know, and they even try to give me, I even got a copyright for it because one of the songs that I did, you know, which was a while back, that beat I didn't purchase. So the people have reached out to me, so it was unfortunate. Gabriel's in the building. Good evening, Gabriel. How you doing? Hopefully everything is well. Hopefully everything is well. And I apologize to everybody that heard me going on and on and on, thinking that y'all was talking about Mahatma Gandhi. I just wasn't reading the messages. So thank you for the correction. It was funny. And see, that's the thing about being a human being, right? And that's the thing about being a follower, right? Is that it's okay to make mistakes. You know, you learn from it and you go on. Tom Hardy said, I love Martin Luther King teachings. He was a prophet too. Yes, I believe he was in touch with, I believe that he was very blessed with the spirit because he came from a background of preachers, you know. And he was a very, very good speaker. And that speech that he made on the Washington Monument, the world famous monument speech, his last speech, yeah, that speech, a lot of those things actually came to fruition. So God bless MLK. We need more folks like these humanists that have come and left their forever lasting mark on society. Yes. Where are you from, bro? I'm not sure who you're talking about, but I'm from the United States. And if you're speaking to Mr. Tom Hardy, he's from the UK. Gabriel said, let us realize the arc of the moral universe is long, but it bends toward justice. Martin Luther King Jr. Absolutely. Gabriel says, sooner or later, whoever does something wrong will pay. That's an actual fact. Ravi saw black skin in your gold teeth and thought to share a rapper he knows. Oh, thank you. Yes, and I've heard Punjab music before. As a matter of fact, you had some back in the 90s, you had some rap artists from here in the United States who made some music with a Punjab artist. So that's how it was introduced. And it was a very, very famous song. And thank you for pointing that out, Uriah. I have gold teeth and I have tattoos, and you know I like music, so he didn't get that wrong. But I also love the Lord, and I love my people, and I love sharing, you know, with my brothers and sisters all over the world. So thank you. And I'm definitely going to look into him. I just saw that he had 25 million followers. So, you know, but how did he pass away? Because I heard Tom say rest in peace. He was a legend. I'll definitely look into him. Ravi Dijit Dozanja, he's a good Punjab artist. I was listening to brother. Okay, praising God in the midst of adversity, my brother. Yes, yeah. Dro Dijit, also very famous. Gabriel hope you're well, brother. Yeah, I'm doing okay. Hey brother, you know about Punjab? Yes, I know a little bit about Punjab. I've heard the music. I've heard of the Sikh community. Those are the ones that wear those are the ones that wear the covers over their head. Are those the ones that you're referring to? The ones that wear the wraps over their head? Is that the Sikh community, or the Sikh community is a different group of people? Because I definitely heard of the Sikh community. And I watched the movie about India, Slumdog Millionaire, some years back. That was a very, very good movie too, Slumdog Millionaire. And we have a lot of Indians here in the United States. So I don't know exactly or specifically, you know, what the Sikh community is. So you can enlighten us. And we're gonna continue. I'm gonna continue to praise God in the midst of adversity or whatever is going on. I have friends from both parts of Punjab, India, and Pakistan. Yes, because they do border each other, India and Pakistan. Yep. The ability to learn is a gift, even when pain is your teacher. Inky Johnson. Google his name. He has such an inspiring story and testimony. Also, Britain, big culture in my country. Okay, yeah, they have a decent decent sized Indian community in the UK as well. Let me write that down, Gabriel. Inky Johnson. I love to learn, by the way. So, if y'all give me some information, if y'all give me something to think about, I'm definitely going to oblige. And again, I want to say thank you to this community. Thank you to everybody in the chat. Those that are engaging in the chat, as well as those that are listening to the chat. Listen, this is powerful. We have Ravi check-in from India today. And matter of fact, Uriah. Where's Miss Uriah? Uriah, where are you from? If you don't mind us asking, because we want to highlight where you're from as well. I don't know if you're here from the United States or somewhere else, but you know, I pretty much I like to highlight, you know, every country that's in attendance. Whether you live in the United States, whether you're from another country, I just like to highlight everybody that comes in the building and everybody that joins the attendance, because it just let us know how impactful this community can be. And, you know, the kind of people from all over the world that's coming into the chat. And, you know, we just learned a little bit about, an artist, you know, out of India today. So, okay, I have it right here. Gabriel's quote. The ability to learn is a gift, even when pain is your teacher. Ooh, I like that. I like that quote, Inky Johnson. Inky Johnson, and I'm going to Google. I'm going to Google this. I'm going to put that note to myself. I am watching you from Punjab, Kapurthala. Kapurthala, also known as Paris of Punjab, because it is the cleanest city of Punjab. Oh, okay. Oh, so Punjab is a city. Punjab is a city in India. Okay. Thank you for sharing that with me, and thank you for correcting it. So in this way, we don't have, or I don't, wrongly address what it is that you're saying. So that's what we learned today. We learned that Punjab is a city, and Punjab is a city, also known as the Paris of Punjab, which is Kapurthala. It is the cleanest city of Punjab. And you want to know something? Mr. Singh? One of the things that I like about India, or that I saw about India, Punjab is a region in Asia. Punjab is a region in Asia. Okay, so Punjab is not India. So let me Google. Okay. Between India and Pakistan. Okay. So Punjab is between India and Pakistan. Got it. Because I heard of Punjab like from, movies from way back. I just myself honestly never really did any more in-depth look into it. So Punjab is a part of Punjab. I stand corrected. Okay. So, all right, thank you. See, we learn something new every day. I listen to Drippy in English. Sounds like rapper is bisexual and threatens violence. Whoa. Is that okay, so that's Uriah's take on it. I'm still gonna listen to it and see what it's about. Regions overlap, mingled people. It's like Kurdish people. Oh, okay. So Kurdistan. So if we're talking about borders Asia, so Kurdistan, that's where you have Kyrgyzstan, and all of those stands like that borders Asia, it borders China, as well as it borders Russia. Oh, so Punjab don't, okay. So Punjab is a part of India. Okay, got it. So their Punjab are not Indians, but they're part of India. Sweet Like Honey is back in the building. We're getting some lessons in history right now. Okay, I get it. Thank you for that. Thank you for the understanding. Thank you for the understanding. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to make a note to myself to look into Punjab. Look into Punjab. No, I do not know how to speak Punjabi. Night Uriah, thank you for being in the building. Thank you for being a part of the chat. We appreciate you. And everybody else, I'm probably not going to stay too long this evening. I don't want to keep everybody up. I know Friday is the weekend. Not sure what everybody have going on, but I definitely won't try to keep you guys too long this evening. But if I'm, it depends on the peoples. You know how to speak Punjabi. No, I don't know how to speak Punjabi. Was that something? Was that a question you were asking Uriah or somebody else? because I don't remember if anybody said they know how to speak Punjabi. Say this, bro. Kida fra mitran. Kida fra the FR is throwing me. Okay. Kida free mitron. Is that how you say it? Kida free mitron. What language is that? I'm learning some Punjabi right now, sweet like honey. You been gone. We out here getting all the lessons. It means how are you, bro? Oh, okay. So let me listen to how to say how are you in Punjabi. Yeah, we round here getting the lessons. We going to school. Uh-oh, here go Tom. Up, Gussie High. Oh, see, Tom probably does know Punjabi. So this is something that I could search. How to say how are you in Punjabi. I could look that up. And then I could play that so I could get the pronunciation. How to say how are you in Punjabi. Okay. Lessons.
Yeah, this is Hardik Rai, and in these lessons and this series of lessons, I will teach you how to speak Punjabi. If you're not interested to write down, I will try to teach you simple words, numbers, and greetings in the days of the month and something like that. And we start from these three different kind of greetings, because Punjabi is spoken by so many different communities and different religions. So I will discuss in brief how we greet in Punjabi when we see each other. The first one of most of the Sikhs, people who belong to Sikh religion, they say Sat Sri Akal. The meaning
Sat
is God
Sri
is the
Akal.
ultimate truth. Sat Sri Akal. And these are spoken
Rabi,
by
Sat
Sikhs most of the
Sri
time.
Akal.
And now we come to the Hindus, because there's so many Hindus, they speak Punjabi. And when they see each other, they say usually salam. That means
Salam.
peace. And when they answer back, they say same thing, salam. And they use also namaste or namaskar. The meaning of both words is same, which is written here, good day or to be well. That when we say.
But namaste, so that's interesting. Because the church that I used to go to with my grandmother, which is here in the United States in Brooklyn, how the church members greeted each other, we greeted each other by saying namaste. That's how we greeted each other. I never knew that was part of the Punjabi language. I always thought that was, well, I never knew what it was, but we seek, bro. Say that, bro. We seek. We seek. What does that mean? We seek. We seek. What does that mean? Namaste means hello. Yeah, it means hello. But what I was saying to you was the church that I used to go to with my grandmother here in the United States in Brooklyn. Everybody in the church, how they greeted each other by saying namaste. And I never knew what language namaste was, you know? So it's just kind of interesting to know that that's Punjabi. And this is what I'm saying, like, other countries, the influences of other countries it influenced some things that's going on in the United States. And that's why this chat here is so beautiful, so awesome, so amazing. So please, everybody in the chat, like, share these lives, you know, share the information, and, you know, have people become a part of the chat, have people become a part of what's going on, because there's so much that we can learn one from another just in this chat, you know. I'm enjoying the lessons. Sikh mean I am from Sikh community. Okay. So now I want to Google this. Sikh community. I want to get an understanding. Why Guru Nanak created a new religion, history of Sikhi. Sikh community leader. Okay, so what? Namaste is a Hindu word. Okay. My real name is Harsh. So that's how. What do you mean by harsh? What do you mean by harsh? Is that your name and the equivalent means that your name is Harsh? Look at Tom. Aapka Hindi Buta Hai. Look at Tom. Listen, Tom be coming through. Tom is definitely a very educated and well-rounded individual. I appreciate this chat. See, y'all learning me something this evening. If there is any Gurudwara near about you, go and visit, bro. If there is any Gurudwara near about you, go and visit. Okay. So let me look this up. What is Gurudwara? Because I'll definitely go check it out. Gurudwara near me. Okay, so they got a Gurudwara Nanak Darbar near me. Okay, let's see what this is about. Also, Gurudwara is like a place of worship for the Sikh community. There we go. Excuse me 1 second. There we go with Miss Sweet Like Honey coming through with the well, I know, como estás mi familia. That means, how are you doing, my family? So I was about to answer you in Spanish. Now Tom getting on the Espanol. Here come Denise. Come on, Denise, let's hear your Spanish. We learning Indian, we learning Punjab today in the chat. And Miss Sweet Like Honey just came through with the como está. Bien. You said como estás, I say bien. Sweet Like Honey. So I'm gonna say something in Spanish. Mándame lecciones español. Mándame lecciones español. Okay, Gurudwara is like a temple of Sikhs. Okay, I see it because I just looked it up. And let me ask you a question, because I don't know how, you know, different religions and people are. I would definitely go visit. So with me being black and me having gold in my mouth, and I probably, you know, I'll definitely dress appropriate, but is it an inviting community and experience? Because I'll definitely go visit. I like the experience, and then I can tell everybody in the chat how my experience was. I just won't go probably for the next few days, for the next couple of days, because I'm getting over a cold. Thanks, Sweet. I am willing to be a student. Okay, Miss Sweet Like Honey is going through Sawas, brother, through Sawa. Okay, bro. Research on Google. Shri Amrista Sahib Gurdwari. Say it again, brother. Oh, I said what I said was Mr. Singh, I looked it up and I see that it's a religious center right near me. It's a religious center right near me, and it has some pictures and stuff too. And this is how it looks. This is how it looks. That's how it looks. Oh, and they making food too? They make food after they finish the thing? Okay. You will be more accepted, Kala. I'm gonna go check it out. Oh, what I was saying, Sweet Like Honey, I said, mándame lecciones español. Mándame lecciones español. Robbie Singh said, is there is any poor guy or someone how we have no any place, how we have, wait, oh, he took the message away. I'm half white and Spanish, so my Spanish is not too good. I'm still learning. My mom taught us the language as we got older, and kids are learning as well. Okay, well, español mío tampoco. Yo, ¿cómo dice eso? Yo entiendo mucho, pero y hablando tampoco. So I said that yo entiendo mucho. So I said I understand a lot. And I said I understand a lot. So that's yo entiendo mucho. That means I understand a lot. And then I said pero, meaning wait, yo hablando un poco or un poquitito. That means I speak a little. So I understand a lot, but I speak a little. Don, bro, but you get what I'm saying. Yeah, I get what you're saying. I'm telling you, I be trying to learn a lot about a little bit. I mean, I be trying to learn a lot about a lot of different things. And that's why we have something great here going on. You thought you was going to come through with the Spanish and nobody was going to know what you was talking about. No, it don't work like that. It don't work like that. Oh, you know what I said? Yeah, claro que sí. So that means that you understand like me. You may understand a lot, but only speak a little. Robbie Singh. Yes, thanks, Mr. Robbie. I'm definitely gonna go, and I'm gonna go see what the experience is like, and then I'll report to y'all back. It won't be in the next couple of days because I don't want to go there and get anybody sick. But I'll definitely visit, and I may record. I may record and upload the video. Yes, you're right on point. Como dice, claro que sí, claro, but I also speak patois. Anybody in the chat speak patois? Because I also speak patois. Right? Collar down, brother. Spirits. All right. Do anybody speak patois? Because I speak patois. I speak English, I speak patois, and a little bit of Spanish. I understand more Spanish than I actually speak. Right, collar down. Yes, Tom, I wrote it down. I wrote it down. And thank you, Mr. Sink. If any guy have no money for food and know any place to live, visit Gurdwara. They will give you food and place to live. Oh, okay. Oh, so that's a place that you go if you don't have nowhere to stay. Yeah, I put a cough drop in here because I don't want to be spinning the cough drop around in my mouth while I'm talking. That would be annoying. The cold now is starting to leave because now I'm starting to cough it out, and I got my little tissue, so I'm blowing the rest out of it. I just couldn't stay away from the live. I apologize. I can't get nobody sick. I can't get nobody sick through the phone, but I enjoy the community. I enjoy the vibe. So I said I'm gonna thug it out. I'm gonna thug it out, and I'm gonna be here. Menaga met na sickness. Tek we out here. Know what I'm saying? Control. Every day, 10 o'clock. I say I got there on the live. So no make so we're not gonna make no sickness carry out where we can interact. I be there around the people them. Know them we there? I was waiting for you two to hear the word. Right, and this has become so much a part of my daily routine, and something that I so look forward to doing that I couldn't justify not being a part of the live, and especially on a Friday. I definitely wanted to be here with you guys. Hey bro, you know about Hanuman Kind? No, I don't know about that. Oh yeah, and my apologies as well. Yesterday, Denise, you said you had a headache. I didn't sorry, I forgot to inquire. I thought you made that comment yesterday in regard to you having a headache because of, who is that? Bob, what was his name? Bob with his sword. I know he's related to Willow some way, somehow, So, but do you still have a headache, or is everything good? Choking little patois. Yeah, man. You know that. But the thing about the UK is like, yo, y'all patois different because it's of course it's a Jamaican influence over there. Of course you have African, you have different nationalities of people, but the patois y'all speak over there is different. Y'all got your own language. My cousin's family from St. Anne's in Jamaica. Oh, all right. Yeah, sir. Recently, Vibe Cartel get let out of jail, and me say from morning, I'm done fly over St. Vincent and them same there, and then from St. Vincent and fly gone over Liverpool. So right now, Vibe Cartel, the Earl Boss, the teacher Addy, fresh out of jail, and they are Liverpool right now. And them woman, she name see them. Know that way there, she name see them, so she de from the UK. So I'm gonna marry her and I'm gonna have dual citizenship. I think say The UK mag a large up and make for him base. Go on pan that. How you go on pan what? Me see vibe that them son, how that? Me see vibe that them son. I don't know what you talk, man. I don't know what you talk. But see them, Ify, Vibe Cartel, wifey, see them, she from UK still. And them just fly over UK a couple of days ago. Mrs. Soon family, yeah. But look into the matter, cause me here say Vibe Cartel they are UK right now. I'm there Liverpool, man. I'm there Liverpool, so you have to buck the brother. You have to give the brother apply. If you see Vibe Cartel and a person, make him know straight. I may say love, guidance, and respect. And I see it. Yeah, man. Hey, bro, you know about Guru Govind Singh Ji? No, I don't know. I don't know too much about Punjab. I don't know too much about India, brother. So, yeah, I don't know. So, brother, you're gonna have the females going crazy. No, I'm just so the thing is, I tried to learn, you know, I tried to learn a little bit about a lot, and my mother's side of the my mother's father is from Trinidad, and my father's side of the family is from the Bahamas. So it's like, you know, I'm from the islands. Well, I have island in my blood, but growing up, I grew up around a lot of Jamaicans, you know. A lot of Jamaicans, so that was definitely part of the culture, and you know, so I learned to speak patois, and I was, you know, into the reggae music and stuff. You have a good accent on that red word, yeah. Yo, and that is something because true. When time I speak patois, most of people them look for me out here like, yeah, brother, me never know, so I know the licks still. So it throws people off. Like even when I speak Spanish, you know, people swear to God I'm Spanish because I guess the pronunciation, like I have the pronunciation of the words, you know, the pronunciation of certain things down pat. But Tom, now let me let you know this, right? Yeah, because at the end of the day, we all one people, and that's why I love this chat. That's why it's so beautiful, and that's why the code couldn't keep me away. I love this chat. Look at how much we able to talk about and explore, and you know, have a good time and be able, you know, to talk with other people and learn about them, and then come to find out we got so much in common. This is a good thing. But yeah, I always throw people off like when I speak. But Tom, both of my daughters, I had them, I apologize. I'm not even apologize, but both of my daughters like to speak like they from London. Like they got the pronunciation down pat. Like they always telling me, low it, man, low it. And I'm like, where did y'all get this from? But that's my daughters, you know, they're so, and they like the language, you know, of the UK. So I'm definitely gonna have to visit. I'm definitely gonna have to bring them to visit the UK, you know. And I've always wanted to, you know, visit for myself as well. But yeah, my daughters be like, low it. They be like, Daddy, low it, man. Like if I ask them if they want a certain thing to eat, you know, or if they want to do something specific, they be like, low that, man. Or low it. It'd be funny. It'd be funny to hear them say it. My daughters are here hearing, they like, he gonna get hundreds of females. Nah, me not look no only for female. Nah. I'm not, you know, that's not what I'm looking for in life. I'm looking to serve the Lord, you know, and be the best possible individual that I could be, and be a blessing, you know, be a blessing to as many people that I could be a blessing to, because a lot of decisions that I made growing up, I hurt a lot of people, because I didn't know a lot, and I learned a lot through experience. You know, I made a lot of wrong decisions, and I know I can't right all my wrongs. So today, I strive to be the best possible individual that I can be. You know, and I got daughters, so I'm trying to give them a good example of what a man and what a father is. Ravi Singh, bless you, bro. Bless you as well. You're gonna do some work. Okay, Ravi. It was a pleasure having you. And hopefully you could check in. Hopefully you could check in with us, you know, sometime, and you could teach us some more Punjabi. It was a pleasure having you. Blessings to you and your family. And God willing, may God continue to keep your family safe, in good health, and in good strength. Much blessings to you. Thank you for visiting from India. We're looking forward to you coming again. Yeah, so yeah, Sweet Like Honey. So that's, you know, that's kind of where I'm at. That's kind of where I'm at. Yes, stay happy and blessed as well, brother. That's kind of where I'm at. Yeah, all of a female thing and a my thing. Well, see, now I gotta come out of accent. Let me come back to English, because once I start speaking patois, then it's like, you know, that's all I'm speaking. But yeah, so I feel like if each one of us as individuals be the best that we possibly could be, then a lot of things that go on in the world and a lot of things that we experience, we could change it, right? Because so often people feel like, I want to do something to change the world, right? And the world is so big, it's impossible. So the best way to change the world is if each individual strives to be the best possible person that they can be for themselves, then of course, quite naturally, they're going to learn how to be the best possible person for other people. And what's the benefit of that now? So the benefit of becoming the best possible person that you can be, that means your relationships with other people are going to be good. Be it if you're in a relationship, be it if it's a friendship, be it, you know, how you interact with your family, it all translates into good things. It all translates into good things when we each work on ourselves individually to be the best possible us that we could be. You all have saved me. Believe. Thank you all. I'm grateful to know our fellowship is here. Yes, and we're grateful to have you. We're grateful to have you a part of our community, Tom, because I mean, I'm gonna keep it on the eye, you know. Like I feel your energy, you know. I feel that you got good spirit. I feel that you got good vibe. I also feel that you're a very genuine individual. You understand? And a lot of us, you know, we may not have been the best of people growing up. We may not have been the best of people in our teenage years, our early adult years. You know, we learned a lot of things. We bumped our head. We tripped. We stumbled. You know, but we focusing on who we are now, right? This is what I want everybody to listen to. We focused on who we are now because the past we can never go back and change or correct anything, right? So we're focused on who we are now, today, and who we are seeking to become in the future. So whatever the past is, you know, whatever our experiences back then, we made it to this point, right? So what we want to do is we want to work on continuing to build ourselves now in this day and time so that we could be the best possible us in the future. And I really enjoy your company, Tom, as well as I enjoy, you know, Miss Sweet Like Honey, Miss Denise, Wavy Tyrone, you know, some of the regulars that be in the chat. I enjoy all of y'all company. I also enjoy, the people that just stop in from, time to time. Miss Uriah, that's not her first time being in the building. She was in the building prior just today. She spoke a little bit more. So she opened up a little bit more. And this is what happens when you operate in the spirit. Oh, wow. And I would just go in there and look. You see, Tyrone, you beat me to it. You said you all are very tapped into the spirit. And I was just going into that. How when you operate in the spirit, right? And this is the spirit that God wants us to operate from. Because when you operate in the spirit, you operating from a place where there's no prejudice, where there's no looking up at anybody, looking down at anybody. It gives you an opportunity to look at and see things objectively. When you move and you operate and you function in the spirit, it's all about that which is good, that which is healthy, that which is uplifting, And so that's why it's important to operate in the spirit. That's why it's important to operate in the spirit. Because it gives you an opportunity to look past the flesh, being able to understand life and understand things on a totally different plane. Tyrone always here with us. Maybe he got busy. Yeah, Tyrone, he was here a little while ago. But today is Friday. Today is Friday. Friday it'd be a day, some people like to turn up, but he was definitely in the building a little while earlier. And I don't know, maybe the conversation kind of went in a direction that it just really, not too much interest to him. Or like you said, maybe he got busy. But he was definitely in the building today. He was definitely in the building. Yeah, so that's the beautiful thing of operating in the spirit. And like me and Miss Denise, we had a conversation a while back on here where we was talking about, or we mentioned a couple of times, that when you operate when one or more gather in his name, that God will be in the building. Like God will be a part of that interaction. And I fully and truly believe that, because here it is, we all are believers, or we all, have some knowledge and information in regards to, the Lord Jesus Christ, or whatever, whatever religious affiliation. And it's like all of us just bonded. And it's like, why we can't have a good time, like everybody else, we should be able to have a place where we could come and, we could kick it, and we could, enjoy ourselves too. And we could share one with another. Like, this is what's up. Denise is psychic. She was gifted with powers. Yep. I'm telling you, Miss Denise. It's like everybody brings something to the table, Everybody brings a different vibe to the table. And it's not like we sitting here all day, seeking to act like we're holier than thou, and seeking to act like, we more saved, or we more spiritual, or we more blessed than anybody else. No. We just fellowshipping one with another and having a good time. And we're showing people that you could be saved, you could be sanctified, you could be filled, with the Holy Ghost, or you could be a beginner on your journey, or, you can hear some of our stories, you can hear some of our testimonies of what we've been through to get us to the point that we are now. And, God just may work on you as well. No, not a psychic. No, you're not psychic. You're not making psychic. Oh, I thinking so. You some psychic people, man. You not making psychic. That's why I know when to be a student. Be glad to hear new tunes. Juno make it psyche. To the people to the people who talking for they make a creation for the world. Juno the psyche people. Well, today I was on a live stream up on a panel for the first time. OMG. The people were amazing. I felt blessed to be there. We shared health stories. Super cool. That is what's up. That is what's up. Robbie Singh is back. Hello, Robbie. Thanks for having you back. We are about to conclude momentarily. But it be hard because even when it get to a point where I be like, okay, I'm gonna wrap it up, or I'll be getting ready to end it. It's like it still be going. The longest we went so far, the other day, I don't know if y'all go back and check the live videos, but the other day, let me see what topic we was talking about. Let me see what topic we was talking about, because we was definitely going for about 4 hours. I'll tell you that. Let's see. Okay, so yesterday we did 3 hours. The day before that, we did 3 hours. I think it was Monday or Tuesday. We did a little over 4 hours. We did a little over 4 hours the other day. We just got warmed up. That's what it seemed like. We just got warmed up, and we gonna continue to go. How was everybody's day? How was everybody's day? What did we eat? What's your story, sweet? Sherman Cowell, Tom, LOL. Yes, I've learned a lot tonight. Yeah, I'm Shirley. That's why that's why I said yesterday. Like this is different. We be in here, and a lot of times we don't even know what direction it's gonna go in, but we flow with it, and that's the thing that I like about it. That's the thing that I like about it. Diabetes, chopped limbs, cancer, and more. What? Okay. So in terms of so sweet, you really want us to talk about what we ate after you said diabetes, chopped limb, cancer, and more? You want us to share what we ate after that? I don't know how we could do it. I don't know if we're gonna be able to do it. My day, for the most part, been drinking tea, eating soup. I went through almost a whole roll, trying to clear my nose. I did a couple of videos today. I did a short video today, as well as I did a just regular video. I think it was about 11 minutes long. I was talking about Greg Mathis. His wife is divorcing him after 39 years. That's crazy. I had to do a video on that. That's crazy. What's that logo on the fitted? The logo on the fitted is LHP. This is a company that a friend of mine's created. He makes his own clothing. So I have just supporting him. I have a lot of his clothing. I bought a lot. I bought like shirts, hats, sweatsuits, many sweatsuits, multiple sweatsuits. At one time I had almost 30 hats of his. I think I kind of wind down now. I only have a few hats left, but I still have quite a few sweatsuits. So I just just wear it just more like for support for him. Who the Red? Yeah, L's in the building. You ate green salad and air fried chicken was bomb. and thought of chopped limbs. LOL. No, you probably did think of chopped limbs. You probably did think of chopped limbs while you was thinking about watching one of those Freddy Krueger movies. Or what was that other movie that they was running around with the chainsaw, chopping off people's limbs, Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I don't know if anybody saw that movie, but that's what came to my mind when Sweet was talking about chopped limbs before. I'm like, wow, that's different. That's crazy. I look forward to the Steve story because I am not surprised. Okay. What's the Steve story? Did I miss something? What is the Steve story? I don't know what's the Steve story. I'm lost. Oh, Steve Harvey. Oh, no, it wasn't Steve Harvey. It was Judge Mathis. Like, if you go to my channel, I dropped that video earlier today. I dropped that video earlier today where I was talking about Judge Mathis and his wife getting divorced after 39 years. I had to do a story on that because it just kind of blew my mind how somebody could be together for 39 years and then get a divorce. And then the wife was saying, well, the wife filed for divorce and she said it was for irreconcilable differences. So if you get an opportunity, Denise, you can check out that video. I dropped that video earlier today. And then I dropped a short video as well. So the lives is not the only thing I do. Sometimes, I don't know if y'all got a notification, but y'all could go check on some of the other videos. I have a song for you, bro. Big Dogs. I hope you like it. Big Dogs by who? I go from what you all eat from chopped limbs. Exactly. And I don't know how you do it, but the thing is, Sweet, is you go from talk about you as eating chopped up food to you chopping up limbs. It's like you do it so smoothly. So it's like we're convinced, that you're definitely you're definitely a smooth individual, and you just have a thing for chopped limbs, We're not here to judge. But just don't think about chopping nobody's limbs on here and put it on a turkey sandwich. Oh, that's what I thought she was about to say. You said you ate a turkey omelet and rice twice. Oh, okay. Long as you ain't have no chopped limbs on it. I sure will. Let me do this. By Hanuman Kind. Okay, I'll check that out. Big Dogs by Hanuman Kind. Big Dogs by Hanuman Kind. I'll definitely check that out. See what that's about. LOL. Robbie said, you ate nothing. Robbie, why you didn't eat? What are you fasting? What's the reason you didn't eat today, Robbie? And based on what I ate, I barely ate today myself. So, cause them little soups ain't do nothing for me. I'm a fat boy. I like to eat. I was mad that I just been on a soup and tea diet for the past couple of days. I think yesterday I had some chicken tenders, but I couldn't taste them. So, Denise, turkey omelet sounds nice. I'm going to cook omelet soon for breakfast. Yep. And Tim about to have, that's right. Tim about to have a breakfast omelet soon because right now it's going on 12:30. He's 6 hours ahead. So it's like 6:30 in the morning for Tom. He about to get his day started. While it's midnight. It's midnight here in the where I'm at is midnight. So I'm soon go to bed in a couple of hours. And I think Sweet Like Honey, I believe she's in LA, so that's like a couple of hours time difference. So we all on different time. Chopped limbs, and fries. Yum. See, here we go. And I told you Tom was very, very interesting. I told you Tom is with all the shenanigans. What would this chat be without Tom? Tom is so supportive. Do you see that, Sweet Like Honey? He said chopped limbs and french fries. Like, yum. There you go. And then she had to add with turkey. Oh man. Right? And smooth like honey. You showing out tonight. Yeah, she on here showing out tonight. I tried Coca-Cola fried chicken for the first time the other day. My friend said it's big in the States. See, in the States, it's like people experiment with food. I myself personally never had fried chicken with Coca-Cola. But if you say it's good, I'ma believe you. I don't even drink Coca-Cola. I'm still in that, if I'm gonna drink soda, it's gonna be Pepsi. I don't really do the Coca-Cola. LOL, Denise, you love all of this. Yeah, Denise love all of this. Of course Denise love it. Tom, I saw a video, but we never tried that. Yeah. Tom, cool peeps. Robbie said it's only 10 a.m. in India. I didn't prepare food. Oh, okay. My apologies. See, I'm thinking, okay, so just to give you a little idea, right, Robbie? So right now it's 12:30. It's 12:30 a.m. So it's 30 minutes past midnight where I'm at in the United States, right? So then we got Tom who's in the UK, who's 6 hours ahead. So right now it's about 6:30 a.m. for Tom, which means he's about to get his day started. And then we have Sweet Like Honey, who's from California. That's like a 6 hour difference as well, right? But I think it's before. So if it's 12:30 here, it's probably 6:30 p.m. in California right now. So that's some of the time differences we working with. Charlene said, I'm so grateful I ran across this channel. Yeah, because I don't know what's going on today, but ever since, we got some little Punjabi lessons today. We got introduced to some new music, and then here comes Sweet Like Honey. She introduced us to, the side of her that she don't let everybody else get to know. Soda and chicken. Don't forget the side of limbs. She's not going to be satisfied until she eats somebody's fingers. She's not going to be satisfied. She needs some human fingers with ketchup and mayonnaise with shoulders on the side. But then again, I think it's probably because it's Friday. Like, we done made it through the week, and it's like, okay, we got the conversation out the way, we got the word out the way. We met some cool, new, interesting people, and it's like, okay, so what else do you do on a Friday? Turn up. I'm here for all of it. Like, just continue to turn up. The turn up is so real this evening. It's so real. Yes, my favorite diet, Pepsi. It was mine for a while. I had Greek food before, Tom. It's actually pretty good too. But since I had 2 miniature strokes, like some time back, I changed like my whole diet. So I'm not eating nowhere near what I used to eat. I want to, but I'm trying to watch my weight, watch my health, watch my calorie intake, trying to watch all of those different things. Gyros is real deal Holyfield. I like E&J from the States. Oh no. That E&J, oh no. That E&J is the worst. E&J is like gasoline on steroids. I drunk E&J. Well, I used to drink E&J like, you know, when I was like in my teens. And when I tell you, never a good experience. Never a good experience with the E&J. You ever try Indian food? Yes, definitely try Indian food. I wouldn't be able to tell you the name of the food that I tried because that's the thing about here in the United States. It's like you have every kind of food that you could think of all over the world. It's here, you know? And depending on what area that you're in, then you have all of these different dishes. So yes, I had Indian food. Denise, you on the same level. LOL. I was gonna recommend gyros. You psychic, my sister. See, I like Paul Mason. I said Paul Mason. Sorry. Hold on. Excuse me. Sweet. Paul Masson. That's what they call it. Paul Masson. When I did drink, I can't hang drinking. I get buck wild dancing on tables for real. Yeah, when I was drinking, at the time when I was still drinking, I was drinking Hennessy. Hennessy was my thing. Shirley said Ravi is butter chicken authentic Indian food. Yeah, Ravi, is butter chicken authentic Indian food? I don't think so. I think it's because certain dishes is like pronounced different. But let's see what Ravi say. Let's see what Ravi say. And Ravi's from Punjab, which is right next door to India, but he may know. LOL, human fingers and ketchup. Look, there we go. See, Tom, it's after midnight. That's what it is. It's after midnight. It's Friday. So all of the craziest things that we could think of, the craziest things that we could eat, that's what today is. And I'm all for it. I'm all for it. Tastes like French fries. Sweet is going in tonight. Yeah, bro, ask Shirley. Oh, okay. He said, yeah. I didn't even know that. I never knew butter chicken was an Indian dish. What diet you going on these days? Stay away from chopped limbs, my brother. Oh no, I can't eat no meat. So I'm more along the lines of like salad, seafood. I eat a lot of salmon, eat a lot of broccoli. You know, I was eating a lot of shrimp, but I think that's what was keeping my cholesterol high. So right now I'm like more on a seafood diet. And then I have cheat days, you know, every once in a while depending on my taste. Like I went to a Mexican restaurant recently, not too long ago, and I had some salmon. I had some salmon with some rice and some sweet plantains, French fries. Then a couple of days after that, I had some oxtail, rice and peas. I went to the Jamaican spot and had some oxtails, rice and peas, mac and cheese, and some plantains. I wasn't supposed to eat it, but you know, and I don't really drink soda like that no more. I stopped drinking coffee. I stopped taking sugar, period. Although I still, you know, have some snacks every once in a while with some sugar. So I kind of do things in moderation. Halloween is coming. I got to get them chopped limbs ready. Here we go. I'm telling you, Sweet Like Honey, she's having a time today. Ravi, bro, if you have any chance to eat Indian food, try butter chicken and chicken biryani. I had chicken biryani before. Butter chicken, I'm not sure if I had the butter chicken. I'll try it. Indian, we have Bengali food here, bro. Yep. Especially in New York. I love the Jamaican. Yo, it's Shirley. It's no place in the world like Jamaican food in New York. I mean, Jamaican food in New York. No place in the world. Especially Brooklyn, you know. And then it's a couple of spots in Queens that got good Jamaican food. The Bronx, it's like sometimes it's hit or miss. Sometimes it's hit or miss. But yeah, Jamaican food in New York is different. The Henny hits. Yeah. I had to get that Henny up. Yard food. Yes, Charlene loved Jamaican food all day. Yeah, that's like, believe it or not, that was really my go-to, you know? Like stew chicken, jerk chicken, jerk chicken, oxtails, callaloo, you know, the whole of the Jamaican menu. I'm for it. Sweet like honey, Henny hits. Yep. Seafood is good. Yeah, but seafood, it has a lot of mercury in it, so you got to be careful because seafood, it could raise your cholesterol. That's what I learned. Like especially the shrimp. But that salmon, it's just something about that salmon. You know? No meat. Why, brother? Broccoli make me fart. Shh. Don't tell nobody. I'm telling you, Sweet Like Honey is on one today. It's your... You are the star of the show this evening. And you got the floor. You got the dance floor. So that must mean that the kids is, you know, everybody is situated and you got some time. Sweet says she got time today. She living her best life. You got Denise laughing. Look, even Robbie. Robbie laughing too. Hey guys, you ever try chicken biryani? Yeah, I've had chicken biryani before, Robbie. I've had it. It's very good. It's delicious. I've definitely had it before. Like a madras. Oh, like a madras. Yeah. Yep. I would love to go to New York. Yo, Tom, believe it or not, New York is a beautiful place. Right now, it's kind of... right now, I mean, I'm not going to say that it's kind of not good right now, but because of all of the migrants that came into New York and because the shelter system was overcrowded, you know, you got a lot of people laying out and sleeping on the streets. They throwing their garbage, you know, all over the place. You know, a lot of people committing crimes. You know, it's just a lot going on. So right now at this particular time, you got to be careful. You got to be careful in New York. But I mean, it's no different than anywhere else you go. So that's the current, the latest, and the greatest. But hopefully you do get an opportunity to come to New York sometime in the future, Tom. And, you know, pretty much stay in contact. You know? Stay in contact. I love to eat aloe pranta. What exactly, Robbie, what exactly is aloe pranta? What exactly is it? Or what does it taste like? Like to look lit over US. Yeah, the US is lit. Oh no, oxtails. You want to eat fingers, but you don't want to eat oxtails? At least that's a tail. You want to eat people fingers so that they can't text when they're using their phone. I live in Queens near Queensbridge housing projects. For 2 years, the city was too much for this country girl. Oh, you live near Queensbridge for 2 years? I know exactly where that's at. And you said it was too much for this country girl. So where are you from originally? And Queensbridge is Yeah, Queensbridge always been turned. That always been lit. That's the home of Nas, Mobb Deep. You know, Queensbridge always been lit. Hey, anyone know about Alo Pronta? No, I don't. I don't know about Alo Pronta. I don't know about Alo Pronta. Yes, Queens is hood. Yeah, Queens is the hood. Queensbridge, what is like, Shirley? Queensbridge is the projects. That's where Nas from. That's where Mobb Deep from. That's where some of the earlier hip hop rappers is from. Queensbridge is like one of the biggest projects in New York. It's a lot of crime, a lot of violence over there. You know, just like a lot of other places in New York. I grew up in the hood mostly all my life. You know, I lived in Southside Jamaica, Queens, in 50 Cent neighborhood, you know, the area where he was doing his thing, Tony Yayo, Lloyd Banks and them. Not grew up, but I lived in that area. I lived in Brooklyn. I grew up in Brooklyn for the most part. Brooklyn and Harlem. I lived in Harlem. You know, pretty much just all over New York City. All over New York City. Yes, I'm having a blessed day. Of course you having a blessed day because you can be yourself. So you got the floor tonight. Ain't nobody gonna stop you. Turn up till you get tired. Turn up till you get tired. I don't think they would let me in America. I've been to prison in UK. You don't gotta worry about that, Tom. I've been to prison in the United States. And that's the thing about the UK, is that the UK still let you visit. Like if you've been to prison. But Canada is like one of the only places that if you've been to prison, you can't visit. So you going to prison in UK, that don't bar you from coming to New York. Trust and believe. So long as like you're not on no parole, no probation, no supervision or nothing like that, you know what I'm saying, you can come over here and visit. So don't even worry about it. And you know, I heard the same thing, that I could come over there and visit too, even though I was in prison here. So we good to go. But me, I'm definitely coming to the UK because my daughters want to visit. New York, like that song, Welcome to New York. Woo woo. Let's dance, you all. Yeah, I'm telling you, Sweet Like Honey, she turned all the way up today. New York got the same immigration things like UK and went mad in the UK for 2 weeks. Yeah, but see, so the thing is, it been going mad. It been going mad in New York. I'm talking about like since last year, because they made New York an asylum state. You understand? So all of the immigrants that was coming across the border, they was letting them come to New York, and it was so many of them that it wasn't enough housing for them, you know. So it just been madness. It just been madness, but it's all good, you know. Everybody should have an opportunity to have a better life. So that's the one thing about New York. New York figure out things eventually, you know. So they gonna get a handle on it. I watch a British documentary following Pinky Ring from QB. Okay. I am feeling ill, guys. Nice to meet you guys. I will be back later. Bless you all, guys. All right, Robbie. Hope you feel better. Maybe you could get something to eat. And you feel a little better. It was a pleasure having you in the chat. Yo, I rate 50 Cent. Yeah. I rate 50 Cent as well. I'm telling you, 50 Cent in terms of hustlers, in terms of individuals that came from the street and, you know, was successful. And he still be in the neighborhood. He come back every once in a while. He give back to the neighborhood, you know, down to earth individual. Yeah, 50 Cent is definitely somebody. Definitely somebody that, you know, I look after. And I got one of his books too. I got the book that he wrote. Charlene said, I'm from Virginia. My boyfriend at the time jumped off the Delaware Memorial Bridge, so I came back to Virginia. Oh wow. Okay. Yeah, Virginia is a beautiful place too. You know? Virginia is a beautiful place. Virginia is a hidden gem. It's a lot to do in Virginia, and you know you got those areas where you know it's the crime, and it's the crime. It's no different than everywhere else, but I don't personally look at Virginia as being that country. Wait, hold on, let me see. Yeah, yeah, Virginia is down there because Virginia is like 6 hours from New York. So yeah, yep, you down there in the country, girl. You down there in the country. The setting in Virginia is so different than um up here in New York. And you was in Queensbridge. That's like different. You went from Virginia to Queensbridge. Like whoa, very clever guy from beginning. 50 is a G. That's an actual fact. At time, Queensbridge Housing Project in Hughes, they have everything inside of there. You have to see it to believe it. I'm telling you, Queensbridge is like a world in and of itself. I'm definitely familiar with the area. I love to see it. Charlene is big. Yeah, you can like they got YouTube videos that show Queensbridge projects, so you can look it up that way. Cabrini Green in Chicago, I watched on the National Geographic. Tom, you late. They knocked Cabrini Green down some years ago. Cabrini Green ain't even up no more. They knocked it down. That was a very, very dangerous. That was a very dangerous very dangerous projects. They knocked it down. I got 50's books, 50th Law and Hustle Smart. Price to Wait. I read while in prison. I got Price to Wait. I got Price to Wait. I got Price to Wait. I would love to go visit Virginia too. Looks calm. Yeah, Virginia is a beautiful place. Virginia is a beautiful place to visit. Shirley said when I lived in the city, every day the guys on the corner would ask me to say things just to laugh and talk about my accent. Yeah, because and that's the thing about New York. It's like we get tripped out over, accents. We get tripped out over accents, especially Southern accents, because it sounds like New York. Like I remember the first time. Like I got family that's from down south, so I remember the first time like I had went down south like when I was older, and I saw this female, right? We was going to the mall, and this female was like, "Hey New York, and I'm like, who's she talking to? But it was a group of us walking. All of us was from New York, and we all turned around, and she's like, "Yeah, I like them tennis. Now we talking about this was back in the 90s, where they used to call down south they used to call sneakers tennis, like short for tennis shoes. She's like, I like them tennis, New York. And I was like, oh, thank you. I appreciate it. And she looked at us and she was, like shaking her head up and down. And she was like, I like how you carry that thing there, shouting. I was like, what? So that was like one of my first introductions to a down south accent. I think they used to say that in Virginia too. Cause they used to use that in reference to people from New York. I like how you carry that thing there, shawty. That was back then when, they was calling people shorty. Yeah, the Southern accent in the U.S. is different. It's a nice accent, I ain't gonna lie. And people say like people from New York got an accent, but I think the only reason they say we got an accent is because we sound different than their accent. But the Southern accent is like the Southern accent is one of the best accents like on the East Coast. The Southern accent hit more different than California accent. Texas accent is different too. I may be from Virginia, but I know how to say sneakers instead of tennis shoes and to call Timberland boots constructions. But But see, Shirlene, you learned that because you was living in New York. That's what we call them. We call them constructs. We call them Tims or constructs. And I don't know your age, Shirlene. I'm 47. I'm talking about back when I was like, in my teens. We talking like over 30 plus years ago. That's when down south, people from down south, they used to call sneakers tennis. I'm not sure if they still calling it tennis nowadays. I'm not sure, but back then they definitely was. Like 92, 93, back around there. You got some New York accent about yourself now, Shirley. Tim LL Constructions. Tim's here. Oh, you wear Tim's too, Tom? Said we call shoes bugs here. Okay. So in the UK, y'all call shoes bugs. Y'all call cigarettes fags. Am I correct? That y'all call cigarettes fags? I'm 44 here, and they didn't know about North Face or Merms. Oh, you came to New York, and you got all the swagger. The North Faces and the Merms? Okay. I see you. That's definitely New York attire right there. The North Faces and the Merms. I don't care what other coats come out, what other fashion come out, but you still gonna see Merms and you still gonna see the faces. And we don't call them Mermots, we call them Merms. Or the faces, we call them the face, North Face. But okay, so you was around back then. I only got you by a couple of years. You was around back then. Maybe just in VA they wasn't calling sneakers tennis. That was probably a little further down. Cause I was down in the dirty. I was down there like Alabama, Mississippi, Tennessee. No. Virginia, I don't know, it's just something about Virginia. Like, everybody that I knew that used to go back and forth, out of state back then, they kind of avoided Virginia because the state troopers in Virginia, it was like they was different, And then it's a certain stretch, like when you're going through Virginia to get to North Carolina, it's just like a big stretch. Sweet Home Alabama, love that song. So do you rock Maury's? Nah, I don't rock Maury's. I don't rock Maury's. Maury's went out of style. In the 90s. Oh, you asked me, did I rock Maury's? Yeah. When Maury's was popular, I rocked Maury's. Yeah. Yep. I rocked the Maury's. Yep. I like clothes. I like to dress. So, I like fashion. Maury's is gaiters. It's sneakers made out of gator skin. So you have the Maury shoes, which is gator shoes. And then you have the Maury's, they look like sneakers. So they was like gator sneakers, like alligator sneakers. That's what the Maury's is. Yep. Definitely rock the Maury's. Definitely rock the Maury's. Wow, flash them. Yeah. Definitely flash them. But you know what else, Tom? You know what even I still rock to this day? That I still have beer pair them? I still rock Clarks. There go. And I told you, Robbie, I said probably what you needed to do is get something to eat. Yo, listen, Robbie is definitely a part of the community right now. Robbie that left out and then came back 3 times. He can't get enough of us. Thank you for joining the community, Robbie. We appreciate you. And we looking forward to learning a lot from you. We were just talking about some New York clothes while you was here. I mean, while you was gone. We were just talking about some clothes and stuff. Yeah, but I still rock Clarks, Tom. The Wallabies. Yep, they made in UK. Exactly. And then you know what, from young, what I started off wearing from young, that's also made in the UK, the British Walkers. I started off wearing the British Walkers. That's what we call it, the Clarks, Shirlene Wallies. But see, but now get it, right? So Wallies is specific kind of Clarks. Wallies is specific kind of Clarks. But I wear Wallies still, and I also wear shoes that are made by Clarks. So that's why I just said Clarks, because I didn't know, if a lot of people still wore those. Because Wallies is something you could wear with anything. Okay, Shirlene coming through with the flavor. Shirlene coming through with the New York flavor, the Butters. I learned that from Ghostface Killer. But you right. That's what they call them. Wallies. And believe it or not, like people from the Caribbean islands, like West Indians and stuff like that, like, me growing up. You understand what I'm saying? Even me growing up, I grew up wearing a lot of shoes. So I grew up wearing Bally's, Pierre Cardins, Bally's, Pierre Cardins, British Walkers, Clarks, Travel Fox. I grew up wearing those shoes, and then Clarks kind of faded out for a little while. But then the Clarks came back, like when Vybz Kartel came out with the song Clarks. Then they emerged, but before Vybz Kartel, Wu-Tang Clan, that's what they was wearing, the Clarks a lot. Denise said, I'm checking out for the night, y'all. Catch y'all in the next one. Peace and blessings to you all. Peace and blessings to you as well, Denise. It was a pleasure having you in the chat. May God continue to bless you. May he continue to order your steps and keep you in good health. And we'll definitely see you on the next one. Because y'all know the next time we're going to be live, it's going to be at 10 p.m. Y'all already know that. So we're going to be in the building. Yeah, Charlene came to New York and then got some of that New York flavor, got some of the New York drip. And then she took it back to Virginia. Bro, is this gold in your teeth? Yeah. Gold. Yeah, all right. Yep. Gold and gold and gold. And these right here, the top of them, it got diamonds. It's like, this tea is definitely not doing it. Probably because it's warm now. But the chat was definitely lit tonight. Still come once a year. Okay, that's what's up. I mean, New York is a beautiful place. I don't really know much about Virginia, aside from that it's a state, and of course certain colleges and Virginia Beach, things that everybody else know. I never really hung out there. And our India gold rate is very high, 73,000 rupees for 10 grams of gold. What? 73,000 rupees. Let me see how much is 73,000 rupees in US. But India, y'all got gold over there. India, y'all got a lot of gold over there. Because the gold in the United States is imported from other places. Let me see how much 73,000 rupees is. 73,000 100,000 rupees in dollars. $870. Oh, almost $900 for 10 grams. Okay. I like Indian gold too. Robbie, you got good business in India. Yeah, man. Robbie might be the connect. Robbie might be the plug. You could do some good business in India. Yep. Indian gold is beautiful. Yep. I definitely want some Indian gold. Business will be big soon all over from India. They going forward strong. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie to you. Like, even here, in the United States, in New York, right? A lot of businesses now, like the Kentucky Fried Chickens, Indians are buying all of them up. A lot of the gas stations, Indians are buying all of them up. They buying up all of the gas stations, Kentucky Fried Chickens, the 7-Elevens, Indians buying them up. Dollar stores, discount stores, Indians is buying up a lot of business in the United States. Well, especially in New York, they got a big presence. They buying them there too. But see, Tom, it's madness. But see, Tom, this is the thing that you got to remember, right? So India has India population, and correct me if I'm wrong, Robbie. India's population is like over 1 billion people. India population is over 1 billion people, so you know they got to spread out in the world. This is just like Chinese people as well. In China, they got over 1 billion people. So in most every state, you got Chinese food. Almost every state, almost every part of the world, you got Chinese food. Because, you know, it's over 1 billion people. So it's not enough opportunity for everybody. 1 billion people? Come on, man. 1 billion people is a lot of people. The wealth is becoming increased. Yeah. So when it comes to business, Tom, look at it like this. When it comes to business, who you think will know a lot about business? Indians. And in the UK, Indians, they own a lot of shops in the UK. Hope you'll feel better. I will see y'all tomorrow. God bless you all. God bless you as well, Charlene. And don't do like Miss Sweet Like Honey was talking about. Go eat some chopped up fingers with some ketchup and turkey. You know. But have a blessed evening. It was a pleasure having you. May God continue to show you favor. May God continue to show you strength. Keep you firm in the walk. Keep you as well as your family safe and in good health. And we look forward to seeing you on the next time, which is most certainly going to be 10 p.m. this evening. Yep. Yeah. But yeah, Tom, that's the way to see what direction the world is going in terms of business, Indians. Cause they got a lot of shop in the UK, and they also own a lot of property in the UK. They rent out a lot of property in the UK as well. Can't even say good night no more. It's 1 o'clock in the morning. Yep. So, you know, even like yourself, Tom, and this goes for me as well as it go for you. See, me and you, because we've been to prison, we may have lost, you know, a little bit of time. But because when we went to prison and we start reading these books, and now we out here engaging like more positive things. I'm telling you, education is the key to anything. You know, like I did all of that time in prison, and I came out here. Tom, like 5-6 years. I became a millionaire, and I wasn't even looking to be a millionaire, but I was working that hard. I was working like 13, 14, 15, 16-hour days every day for like 3.5, almost 4 years straight. You know, what is your height? I'm 5'11", almost 6 feet. 5'11 and a half. I'm just like a half an inch short of 6 feet. So, yeah, Tom. So, you know, I'm glad for you, and I'm thankful for you. You know, that you joined the chat, and that your belief in God is so strong, because, you know, it's not a lot of opportunities out there for individuals like us that, you know, have felonies or went to prison. But when we educate ourselves, we could create our own opportunities. You understand what I'm saying? And, you know, having opportunities like this, you know, I'm definitely looking forward to interacting with you more. And, you know, it's always a pleasure. It's always a pleasure to see you in the chat. No lie, I took a break. I've been working 15-hour days. LOL. I'm on the same wave as you, brother. Yeah, because when you do time in prison, you be so much more hungrier, you know? You be so much more hungrier. And I was doing, you know, 13, 14, 15, 16-hour shifts every day, 7 days a week for like 3.5, almost 4 years straight. You know? Straight. Yeah. Yeah, take your time. You know, you 31. Take your time, enjoy society. You know what I'm saying? The money that you make, try not to spend it all. We know we all want things, you know, but try to save more money than you spend, you know? And then create a game plan for that money so you can make that money turn over 100 times. Yeah, 7 days straight. Every day. Every day, you know? And that's why, that's what, you know, made me, excuse me, that's what made me so motivated and determined. That is to where even nowadays, where I have a goal, I have a plan, I stay on it no matter what, you know? Appreciate you. I stay on it no matter what. It's about that time for me to take some more meds before. Thanks, appreciate you. Yes, bless you as well, Robbie. You made our day as well. You taught us some stuff about Punjab. You taught us some stuff about Punjab that we didn't know. You introduced me to some music. And it was a pleasure to have you. It was a pleasure to have you in the chat, you know. And always know you're welcome. We go live 10 p.m. Every day. You know, I have some more videos and stuff that I post on my page. I talk of, you know, various topics. So, you know, feel free to check out some of those videos. But we're definitely gonna be here 10 p.m. every night. It's almost that time for me to take my medicine again. I'm trying to get rid of this cold as fast as possible. But what I will say is good night to Ravi and saying, well, it's morning time for y'all. It's nighttime for me. It's 1 o'clock in the morning. But appreciate y'all being in the chat. Appreciate everybody else that was in the chat. Ravi, you definitely made this a beautiful chat this evening. Tom, I don't know why you was encouraging, you know, Sweet Like Honey, but for whatever reason, this was her night. The turn up was real. You know, and it was a beautiful live. Always a pleasure. I enjoy the opportunity that we have to fellowship with one another, to have some laugh and have some jokes and to learn from one another. So God bless you all. And Ravi and Tom, may y'all enjoy y'all day. And we'll definitely do it again. For the meantime and in between time, y'all stay safe. Have a blessed and beautiful day. Have a productive day. Keep the evil at bay. Always look and seek positivity. And try to be a guiding light to other people, you know, as much as possible. And show them that the power of God that exists within us is the same power that they could possess. And, you know, hopefully we can make this a better world. One day at a time. All right? Thank you for your message, Ty. You are the beacon of light, bro. Thank you. Suja, bro. Namaste. You have a blessed one. And I'll definitely catch y'all on the next one. This concludes another edition of What's Really Good Entertainment. And I'll see y'all.